okay with it than me. I hate it. It makes me feel helpless. And that's weird because I swear I've played videos where that doesn't happen, but I guess just sometimes that's the case. Come on, YouTube. Tap the screen. Can we tap the screen? Let's get to 100K as fast as possible. Let's get people back in here. We were tapping kind of slow before. I feel like I hate restarting my live, but sometimes it's necessary. Better than being banned. It literally said, I don't even know what it said. It said like 4 things in a row, and it was very scary. I'm pretty sure I was demonetized. I don't know if I still am. We shall see. It's like, I think I'm fine on YouTube though. Yeah, I feel like if I'm the least horrible person on YouTube, sometimes like when I get in trouble on YouTube, I'm like, how is anybody on YouTube? And actually, I'm going to show you this since we're restarting. Let me pull this up. Someone brought this up in the chat about Rick Wilson, and I subscribe to Rick Wilson's Substack, and so let me pull this up really quick. Rick Wilson, which if you don't know who Rick Wilson is, he was banned from, he's like, is one of the co-founders of Midas Touch. And apparently Elmo just banned his Twitter account. So. Yeehaw. Thank you, Andy. You're the best. Let me see if I can pull this up on Substack really quick. Because I know he tried to post it once, and then I tried to go to it, and it wouldn't let me. I think I'm almost there. Okay. Let me check my goals and make sure they're not reset. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can reset them. Perfect. It's sad. I hate starting over, but oh well. Let's tap the screen. Let's tap like we've never tapped before. Use those fingers. Let's get to 100K as fast as possible. But then again, I need to reset my gift goal, and then I'm going to show you this. I think I found the Rick Wilson stuff, so I'm going to show it to you. Restart, then be banned. God knows. Always better. And hey, actually, since there's only 114 people in here right now, let's everyone share the live with 10 people. But while no one's in here, I'm just going to say something. I don't know if anyone's seen the stuff about Harry Sisson, but I just want to say I support women. Right? I don't like the right trying to say that because Harry Sisson doesn't treat women well or lied to women, that, somehow Trump is justified in also treating women badly is delusional. That's what I want to talk about is if you think when somebody, mistreats women or is not honest with women or, uses women unfairly, that means that somehow it's okay for Trump to? No, that's not the message. That ain't it, right? The point is, just to be clear, that, and I talk about this all the time, if you want to make money off being an advocate of women, then you should be one. But at no time, if someone who does make money off being an advocate of women, it turns out they maybe have hurt some women, does that mean that it's okay to hurt women? Learn to follow a line of logic. It just means everybody should be treating women like human beings that they respect. It's the hardest thing to understand. I keep seeing these videos from MAGA being like, see, Harry said Trump treated women bad, so we're right. No, that's not how logic works, actually. And if nobody knows what I'm saying, then you could maybe you're not on Gen Z political TikTok. You could go look it up. But I'm just saying, I think the right wanted some sort of information about Harry or something, but nobody should treat women badly. No one. And if 12 women say, hey, I was lied to by the same person, then what needs to happen is just accountability. But that doesn't mean that it's okay that Trump has essayed women. I'm just trying to help MAGA with their logic while we wait for more people to come in. Because MAGA seems to think that if someone doesn't, if it turns out someone hurt 12 women, then somehow then that proves it's okay for everyone to hurt women. No, it's actually the opposite. No one should be hurting women. And I can't believe I have to say that, but the amount of videos that keep showing up on my For You page of MAGA being like, see, everyone does it. It's like, if that is what you take that's the biggest red flag I've ever seen in my mother effing life. It doesn't mean everyone gets women. And truly, that is the message that MAGA has gotten from that is like, oh, see, we're all hurting women and it's fine to hurt women. No, it's not fine to hurt women. It's not fine to lie to women. It's not fine to use women. It's not fine to disrespect women. And if 11 to 12 women, possibly more now by my count, say that you have hurt them, then you take accountability. You don't call them crazy. You don't use the tactics of the patriarchy to then silence them. And that's what I keep saying over and over and over, is that there are so many male creators on this app that are leftists that make money off supporting women who, if you knew in reality what was going on with them, you would never support them. And hey, everyone makes mistakes, sometimes many, many dozens of mistakes, and then you need to take accountability. You don't use the tactics of the patriarchy to be like, all these people are crazy. Just saying. And then MAGA, the lesson is not, see, everyone abuses women and it's okay. That's not a thing. That ain't it. It's completely delusional. But let's get to the Rick Wilson stuff, because I think it finally... Thank you, Seabass. I believe you. It's not... Well, you could just search on TikTok. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then I would suggest just searching for it. I mean, there's hundreds of videos you could just find. Would be my advice. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, just search on TikTok. If you don't get videos, apparently I think TikTok thinks I'm a child because I get children's videos. I feel like I'm on Gen Z TikTok, political TikTok, because I'm like, oh yeah, that's the worst part of it. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys, like, the message is not now we can all abuse women, see, it's fine. That's literally what their videos are like. See, Harry said that Trump shouldn't abuse women, but he's doing it too. So see, everyone could do it. It's like, this is the scariest reaction I've ever seen in my life. Like, if I see one more MAGA video where it's like, see, we're all doing it. It's like, I've never been more disturbed or more sad to be more of, oh my God, it's an absolute mess. And maybe just look it up. There's thousands of videos out there that you can find. Anyways, like, well, damn, this is a long video. So if you don't know what we're, not just we're moving on for what I was talking about, but, I was saying Rick Wilson just sent out like a Substack video. Rick Wilson is the co-founder of the Lincoln Project, saying that Elon Musk banned him from Twitter. So what we're going to watch is what his video says. It's a long video though. We'll see how this goes. Like, I don't know if we're going to watch the whole thing because this is much longer than I anticipated. But yeah. This is what Elmo does. He's allegedly into free speech, but then if someone says something mean, then he bans their account.
Hey, so folks, I just want to let you know, you will not see me on Twitter for 30 days. Maybe more. We'll see. Elon Musk is very upset with me. And because he's a ketamine-fueled space baron,
no, because he's... Now I'm probably going to get banned again. But people will not stop. See, this is why I screenshot things, and I forgot, because like he just said it. Literally, no. This is why I usually clip things, and I didn't even hear Brian Baez saying it. Well, we'll see if I get 20,000. I don't know. It was kind of cutting it out. Let's just see what happens. If I get a bunch of sudden violations, then I will. But I'm just gonna, yeah. Let's all talk about the TikTok shop. Can we tap the screen aggressively? Maybe because it was kind of breaking up there. I want to know what happened, Rick Wilson. But I get it. We all think Elmo's in a K-hole, but we can't talk about it every 5 seconds, especially not on TikTok. That's the beauty of the rest of the internet, is you can say anything you want. You just can't on here. That's and I want to know what happened. I'll figure it out, and then I'll clip the parts that are relevant later, like tomorrow or something. I just can't talk about illicit substances without getting in trouble.
I think what we should be asking Elon Musk and pressing him on is what makes this change efficient? So it's not just a cut for a cut's sake. It's what is the goal of this department and how does this cut make it better? So I can envision taking any particular program, department, specific thing he's doing and press him on how leaving that work on the table, how throwing those workers out of work is actually making government more efficient. So I work on the campus of the University of California, Irvine. I think about the research we're doing here to save lives, to look for cures for Alzheimer's. Think about a project, a clinical trial that is near the end, only to come unraveled and lose all that science and all that progress, all that potential, because Elon Musk decides to pull the plug. That's not efficient. It's just destructive. I think what we should be asking.
Amen, Katie. I hope she runs again for something. She needs to be back in government. The way she can make things so easily understandable. By the way, I'm trying to get my subscriptions back up. If you would like to subscribe, please do. Oh, this is one of my favorite creators. I think I put her, yeah, it's right here. If you don't follow Mama Wears Dad Jeans, this is her handle. Before we watch the video, I think I have 2 of her videos in today's show. I love her. If you don't know, yeah, Jess is amazing, just amazing. We love Jess. So she's in the chat sometimes. But yeah, if you don't know who Mama Wears Dad Jeans 3 is, please do follow her. She's amazing. And now I'll play the video. So this is disturbing but informative. Yeah, it is. And actually, this is just another, like I always talk about doge.muskwatch.com. This is another site we can use.
You guys, I was informed of a really, really cool website. If you aren't aware of this, bookmark this website. It's project2025.observer. This website is tracking the progress of every single tenet of Project 2025, where they're at, and sort of what's up next. USAID, 100% of their objectives are complete. Department of State, 89%. The White House, 88%. I mean, they have every single agency listed, and they're gutting them all. They even list what the actual objectives are. So if you scroll towards the bottom, you'll see like the Federal Reserve, FTC, FDA, National Institute of Health, they haven't done anything there, and they do have some plans there. There are some objectives they have, but those are not their top priority, so these are labeled and listed at the bottom. So I clicked on USAID objectives, and here's just an example. They have 6 objectives listed. The first one is prioritize funding for faith-based organizations. So they only want the funding that they do release to go to people who are Christians. Yeah, that happened, and they did it. Down here, cut the budget of USAID. Cut. They did it. This is an extremely accurate website. Whoever is behind this, you're a genius, and thank you. Everyone should be using this so you know what's coming.
I love her. Project2025.observer. I have it bookmarked. It's amazing. So overall progress, 300 total, 100 done, 46 in progress. Yeah, this must be a hard tool to make. But that's what we need, right? Things we can immediately call up when our dumb family members who are part of MAGA try to be like, what? This isn't happening. This is a great tool. Between this and the doge.muskwatch.com, like, I just can't wait for my next family reunion. What? I'm sorry, what did you say? I would like to show you something. That's the beauty of having like a supercomputer in your pocket when your dumb family tries to talk to you about things. Oh, and Robert Reich was having this conversation about tariffs, which I absolutely loved. We love Robert Reich. They said it started as a spreadsheet. Wait, who said the project 2020 or the 2025.observer? Man, that's amazing. It's the same with the doge.muskwatch.com. If you could find people that can do math and write algorithms, the sky is the limit.
Interesting, because Trump's logic, there's no logic to this, but what he says is that his tariffs,
Right, it's project 2025.observer. Project 2025.observer. Can someone pin it or like in the comments? Because I can, but I'm just gonna play this. So I'm gonna restart this video, or I'll do it once this video is playing. And the Doge Musquins Doge. Thank you, Andy. Here, I'll pin that. The chat's moving now. And the Doge one is doge.muskwatch.com. Doge.muskwatch.com. And just bookmark them once and you can check them like whenever, like the doge.muskwatch one is updated like whenever he actually updates it, but about once a week. It's amazing.
Interesting, because Trump's logic, there's no logic to this, but what he says is that his tariffs, his big, beautiful tariffs, are going to bring in all of this money, and we will actually have enough money that we will be able to have a gigantic tax cut. What he doesn't say, and here's the truth, and this is why Democrats need to be screaming from the rafters. What he doesn't say is that the people who are disproportionately paying for the tariffs are Americans. Tariffs are like regressive taxes. They hit the poor and working class pocketbooks much, much, much more significantly than they hit the pocketbooks of the wealthy and the paychecks of the wealthy versus the paychecks of average working people. And yet the tax cut, like the first Trump tax cut, is primarily going to benefit the wealthy. Put those together, and you have a gigantic redistribution upward from working people and the poor to the very wealthy. That is a scandal.
Thank you. Have I not said that? I mean, I do think, but it's nicer. I mean, I know it means more when it comes for men, but that's exactly what I've been saying. This is all a huge wealth transfer to the top of the economy, literally, even driving us into a recession. It's all part of a huge wealth transfer to drive wealth out of the hands of the middle class and the poor and send it to the top of the economy. I don't know of one thing Trump has done that will not achieve that goal. That's what this all is, quite literally. Oh, I love that. This is a great. And I'm trying to think of, this is the TikTok account, but it's LBC. I'm trying to remember what it stands for. You'll see. It's pretty cool.
The most shameful efforts to derail the judiciary. And not just coming from the Department of Justice lawyers in the courtroom itself, but even coming from President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan.
I don't care what the judges think. I don't care what the left thinks. We're coming.
I don't care what the judges think. I mean, you know, essentially the poster child slogan now for this administration. They are implementing Project 2025 to the letter, which is why a growing number of observers here think that the correct prism through which to view this government is not to think of this as a Republican administration. This is a far-right revolutionary government that is moving with tremendous rapidity to alter America and make it unrecognizable to those of us who have lived here for a long while and to all those of us who have observed and watched America over the last many years. If they continue to try and bulldoze the courts and simply ignore court orders, and there are now multiple court orders that they're ignoring on a variety of different issues, but this issue on Saturday was particularly egregious. At that point, America's constitutional order the most.
Amen. I like this guy. Rapidity. I love the way British people pronounce things. It makes it sound, oh man. And God. So Fact Post, and I've talked about Fact Post News. This is a rapid response account for the Democratic Party. Like, I think it's what used to be like Kamala's rapid response account, and then they renamed it. So I highly suggest everyone follow at Fact Post News. It's all over the internet. So you can follow it anywhere because they in real time like put some amazing clips and information out. And if you ever were wondering, like, again, I'm not worried about what Bannon says about amending the Constitution. It's the other stuff. When you hear Bannon say, oh, we have a few, irons in the fire. That's just my way of saying it. But, we have a few things we're looking at to keep Trump in office. Like I was saying earlier before I had to restart my live, I can't ever stop thinking about it. When I see what Trump's up to, just him saying, vote once, you'll never have to vote again. And like I said, I don't see them getting the Constitution amended, but I see them declaring martial law and having someone start a war. But listen to what Bannon was saying, talking to Chris Cuomo.
Firm believer that President Trump will run and win again in 2028. So I've already endorsed President Trump. A man like this comes along once every century if we're lucky. We've got him now. He's on fire, and I'm a huge supporter. Want to see him again in 2028.
And obviously, anybody who doesn't like what you say but judges it as a function of a lack of intelligence doesn't know anything about you. I don't make that mistake. You're a smart guy. Oh, he's term limited. How do you think he gets another term?
We're working on it. I think we'll have a couple of alternatives. Let's say that. We'll see. We'll see what the definition. We'll see what the definition of term limit is.
All right. Well, so you're talking about litigating this issue because I don't want people to listen to our interview and say Bannon's cooking up an insurrection. Bannon is cooking up. You know what I mean? I want people to get a straight take on where your head is. What are you suggesting?
Chris, as you know, I've had greater long shots than this. When we supported President Trump after the election, I realize you don't believe the election in 2020 was stolen. We do. We fervently believe that.
I just can't even, and that is the truest thing. I hate Chris Cuomo. Just like, I don't know what else to say other than just say you're a problematic idiot. But yeah, I think he did get one thing right there. Steve Bannon is highly intelligent. Like anybody that thinks, oh, Steve Bannon's some idiot, then you're an idiot. Steve Bannon is not an idiot. Like I used to dedicate 3 hours of my day. He's live for like 5 a day, but 3 hours of my day watching his show because if there was one thing I was sure of, that he was not an idiot. Like, if you want to know what's going to happen, listen to Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon was saying a week and a half before it happened that they had, well, he was saying like 7 Democrats that were going to vote for that, to vote for the government not to shut down. He knew a week and a half before. Like, Steve Bannon's not an idiot. And that's why when he says disturbing things, but that's what he's saying. He's saying we're looking at a couple things. If you don't know, one is like he has this ridiculous argument, which would mean the Supreme Court would have to side with him about what a term limit is. I mean, that's I think the easiest way is to declare martial law, but I don't know. I'm just saying it's something we all need to think about. Thank you. Share the live. I know my hubby watches Cuomo. I know it's like, but you know what? There are worse people to watch than Chris Cuomo, but he's definitely problematic. He could be watching worse people than Chris Cuomo. That's actually the truth. It's sad. I wish my father would watch Chris Cuomo. I feel less bad. Like I wish if I walk in and my dad's watching Chris Cuomo, I'll be like, oh, thank God. At least we're moving away from the fringe of the right. But this is another FAFO. And I didn't even know this statistic, but I looked it up. It's true. 20% of people are employed through federal contracts. So it doesn't mean that you're a federal government employee. It means the federal government, through federal government money, you are employed in the United States. It could, for another company, whatever, but you're getting the money through federal contracts. And Trump canceled Biden's federal minimum wage. I love when MAGA finds out.
It's going to be fascinating to see how MAGA spins this one. On Friday, Trump rescinded a slew of executive orders, and y'all cheered, didn't you? But 20% of the U.S. workforce are paid by federal contracts. And guess what? Y'all are getting a decrease in wages. It was Biden who gave you that $17.75 minimum wage that started in January. Before that, it was 15 something. Now you know what it's going to go down to? At best, $13.30 and $7.25 in some areas. My apologies to those of you who voted against the Trump administration. You are indeed collateral damage, and the human cost is great here. But for the MAGA folks, I don't know. You're part of. My apologies to the workers that are impacted by this that voted against the Trump administration. But to the rest of you, you've reached the part of the program called Fuck Around and Find Out. Yep, you did indeed vote for this. You voted for reduction in your own wages because Trump doesn't give a single motherfuck about you. You are just capital to him. You are an expendable commodity that he'll dispose of as his will, and he's not trying to save you money. He's trying to make himself money. And you're about to learn that, aren't you? But I don't know, MAGA, you really didn't like the idea of that $15 minimum wage so much, did you? You should have voted for that, shouldn't you? And you could get a second job, or maybe you could have picked a career that was more lucrative, or perhaps you could just stop buying so many lattes.
So true, though. Like, it's so true. And these government contracts go through like to places in the South, things of that nature. And so even let's say when the government contracts come back, because what Trump wants to do is cancel all federal funding, and then he wants individual fiefdoms to come, like representatives, Congress people, senators, to come beg to him for money. So he has something over them, right? So he leverages them. I'll give you this, you give me something. And so now you'll just be making less. Congratulations, in a world that keeps getting more and more and more expensive. Oh yeah, federal contracts are being terminated left and right. I usually talk about at least 5 every show. Like the one that's killing me is the uterine fibroid research. I just cannot. I'll never get over that. Like you want to force women to give birth, but you want to make it harder. Thank you, witch. Blue heart, rainbow flag, which is almost banned. It's going to be banned soon. I don't know. Can we have rainbow flag emojis anymore on the internet, or are they going to take those too? Thank you for subscribing. You're amazing, and I appreciate it. If you would like to subscribe, please do. Oh, I love this video. This is amazing. So again, there's so many changes. Like I would have to be live 24 hours a day to talk about all the changes going on in the federal government. But just as someone, I talk about it like when I worked on Kamala's campaign, what I liked was her talking about the sandwich generation, which are people who have dependents, children to take care of, but then they're also taking care of their parents at the same time. And I don't have children for dependents, but I definitely am in a situation where like I'm constantly taking care of my parents, like calling, like sitting at the Social Security Administration, all these things. So I understand when like Trump's goal to break Social Security, like I feel like I know exactly what he's talking about in real time and how he's going to do it. And it's super disturbing. So I'm a sandwich lady. Funny, Juju Bug. We're all sandwich people. We basically all own delis now. But yeah, so whenever I see these really good videos about changes to the Social Security Administration, I want to make sure to highlight them because a lot of these people are Trump voters, like my stupid ass parents. Like my parents. These people voted for Trump. You voted to make your life a living nightmare. And then people like me are the ones that are going to have to figure out what to do about that, right? Like my dad can't go sit somewhere for 12 hours. Like that's not going to be a thing. So I know I'm starving. I don't talk about sandwiches. Makes me what? I'm really into good sandwiches lately, by the way. You want to deal with anxiety, just make a really good sandwich slowly. That's actually something I've been doing. Oh, and this guy, which I like him, I saw this video and then I looked him up. His name's Backwards Hat Barrister. Backwards Hat Barrister, which barrister in UK is a name for a lawyer. So I assume he's a lawyer, but no one uses the name the word barrister here, but a barrister is a lawyer.
Social Security announced 2 major changes this week that impact you if you are receiving Social Security retirement or disability benefits. And if you're not paying attention, these could leave you without a check when you need it most. First, if Social Security decides...
So what's that? I read Backwards Chat Barrister. I know. I literally, that's so funny you say that. The first time I read this, I was like, Chat Barista? Like, I was, what the... I know. I always do this with people's TikTok names. I don't know what people probably don't know what my TikTok name is, because it's like you just sort of break it up however your mind does, and then you're just like, I was like, oh, someone's Shadow Barista. Okay, like that makes sense. He's smart though. Oh God.
Social Security announced 2 major changes this week that impact you if you are receiving Social Security retirement or disability benefits. And if you're not paying attention, these could leave you without a check when you need it most. First, if Social Security decides that they overpaid you, they will now take 100% of your check every month until the overpayment is repaid. Before, they usually only took about 10% of somebody's monthly payment amount, unless you agreed to a quicker rate of payback. But now, if you owe, you won't get paid at all until that debt is gone. Here's the problem. Overpayments aren't always the fault of the person who gets hit with one. Social Security makes mistakes all the time, miscalculating benefits, sending the wrong amounts, or even approving claims incorrectly. But instead of fixing their mistakes fairly, they're putting this burden on you. This means the people who depend on those Social Security checks for rent, food, and medical expenses could suddenly have nothing. The second change from the past week is how you update your direct deposit information with Social Security starting on March 29th of 2025. You can no longer change your bank account information over the phone. You'll have to do it online through My Social Security with 2-factor authentication, or go in person to a Social Security office. Now, this is meant to prevent fraud, but let's be real. This is going to cause major problems for people who don't have internet access, struggle with technology, or live far from a Social Security office. If you ever need to change your direct deposit information, you need to know this so that you don't get caught off guard later. These are 2 massive changes that will impact millions of people. If you receive Social Security benefits, you need to be prepared.
I just want to say, the claim to do this legally is that it's to prevent fraud. There are a million checks and balances when you call a Social Security office to make sure it's not fraudulent, just to be clear. So that is complete BS. The point is to break this system to prevent people from claiming their benefits. But yeah, someone said, think about it. Rural internet service, Elmo's trying to steal a contract and give it to Starlink. Many people in rural areas, many people in cities, poor people, disabled people don't have internet. My parents do not have smartphones. They have no idea what 2-step verification is. They can't do any of this. This is impossible. This will all be on me. And thank God, my parents have not treated me very well. If I wanted, I'm just saying, just side note there. Like, if I wanted to cut them off, I could. Like, I will be doing all of this. They literally cannot do any of this. It's crazy. And that's the point, is to make sure people can. My dad has a flip. Thank you, Brady. Both my parents have flip phones and they think it's cool. They literally are like, we have the last flip phones. Now I can tell them, no, you don't. I know someone else with one. Like, it's not cool. Like, learn to use a smartphone. I keep trying to give my parents like an iPhone 12 and be like, will you just tap around on this and figure out what the F is going on? Like, these people are, but this is the point, is to make people not able to claim their benefits. It's terrifying to me. Oh man. So back to the people's activism, because I know. After that Elon Musk stuff, even though we had a short break, like it's disgusting. This was at the Veterans March in Washington, D.C., which I love this man. Oh, and this is, I don't know if this is the guy that posted the video, but this is the TikTok video. Because like I said, I use these accounts that aggregate TikTok videos. This is the TikTok account that made this video, but I don't know if they got it from somewhere else or if it's his video. I didn't have time to check. Viracos.
This is my message to the media. First of all, what you need to know is that I'm a nobody. Unfortunately for you, there are tens of millions of nobodies. If you will not report on these protests, we will bring it to your fucking door. And we will do it every day until you cover the truth of what is happening in this country. This is my message.
Yeah, so this is his account. People are saying it is, so that's the account right there. If you want to follow it, that's it. That's why I show you guys, so you can screenshot it or follow it. Hello, Patricia Gleason. Long time no see. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's tap the screen. We should be, well, I mean, we should be at 300K, but we're not. Let's keep tapping the screen. You guys are doing an amazing job. But yeah, that's his account. People in the comments, I trust crowdsourcing of information, are saying, yeehaw, thank you. That's his account. So if you want to follow him, please do. I like him. I know I've seen him places. I just, oh, and this is really good. And I don't know, maybe someone, we can crowdsource this information, because if there's, I was just telling you guys, Fact Post News is like I think like the DNC rapid response account, but they do have this habit of like not saying where they get clips from. And I don't like it. It's like they do that when there's congressional hearings going on, and they don't say like, oh, it's this hearing. It's kind of annoying. So this clip is from CNN. The Democratic Rapid Response account is posting it. They posted it this morning, but I actually don't know what town hall this is from. But it's great. Love it.
The things that frighten me is the way this insane president talks about Canada as a 51st state. Yeah. Taking Panama by force and buying Greenland. Yeah. How does this person qualify as sane? Why is he not being impeached right now?
Great question. Like, if you're a sane person, that's the best question. Excuse me, this person's not sane. Like, that's why I'm so glad someone asked that.
So, in short, I don't support us absorbing Canada. Canada, that would be like taking. Canada's been a good neighbor. Canada is much more liberal.
What's Representative Michael Baumgartner? I don't know who the other person is.
And left wing than the United States. If we took Canada.
taking Canada would be like taking another California. It would tilt things towards the Democrats. Yeah. If we took Canada, the Republicans would never have control again, so we don't want that to happen. On the other two, if we could get Greenland peacefully, I'm all for it, and we should have never given up Panama.
I just got more violations. I feel like I just need to stop this. I just got 3 more violations, and I think because I played that Rick Wilson thing that said the same word, I don't know. I think I just need to end the live because I don't know what to do. I don't want to get my live banned for a week, and they keep saying I talk about illegal things, which it did happen twice. It's not a lie. I just didn't know Rick Wilson was going to say that at the beginning of that video. So I did technically do it twice. I don't know what to do. I know I don't want to leave, but maybe I'll just restart one more time and see how it goes. Well, I'll just restart one more time and see how it goes. And if it happens again, then we know. You can have my live. Get me some. I just don't want no, I'm on YouTube right now. Everything's fine on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. The problem is not YouTube, which sometimes YouTube's just strict on music copyrights. That's where you really go wrong with YouTube. But like if you say any bad words or anything, they like on TikTok's strict on other things. Like it's just, I am literally live on YouTube right now. But it's just, I'm using TikTok Studio. I'm using TikTok software to push my live to YouTube. So that's the problem. Like probably what I need to start doing is pushing my lives to TikTok. That way, if TikTok bans me, then I can just continue on. It's probably something I need to think about because I keep getting in trouble. But like, I feel like, I don't know, TikTok Studio software, I like it. I mean, anyways, I don't know what to do. I'm just scared. I just don't want to be banned for an entire week because I'd like to be able to do a live tomorrow and Friday and Monday. That's what matters. Like I'm flying to Denver on Tuesday, and worst case scenario is me banned for those times. So I think I'm just going to end the live now. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be more mindful of people mentioning illicit substances. But I think I just don't want my account banned because when it happens, it gets really bad. Yeah, it's not worth the risk because then it's a whole week and I will literally not see you guys again until next Friday, which would be awful. So I'm just going to end my live because that's literally 6 violations on my account in the last hour. That's kind of disturbing. So I'm going to end the live. I'm sorry, it was pretty disjointed today, but maybe we'll go through the rest of the stuff tomorrow. It was pretty much going to immigration stuff, and I can just tell you about it tomorrow. And then I'll be back tomorrow with a whole new live. I love you guys, but I just don't want to get banned and not be able to do any more lives before.